I'm Rick Rossi. This is secret number 2, and in this video I'm going to show you the pentatonic scale. And I'm going to try to convince you that it's the most important scale to learn that can help you sound like a great saxophone player in the shortest amount of time. I mean that sincerely, especially if you really like contemporary pop music, anything bluesy, like rock, R&B, pop, smooth jazz. Then I'm going to go out on a limb here and tell you that I would advise you to spend all your time learning that one scale and trying to master it. If you talk to my students, they would tell you it was the key to their success in playing contemporary pop music. And the reason why is that the pentatonic scale is the scale that's used in pop music. Almost, well, at least 90% of the music is pentatonic based. So once you understand this, you're going to get it. It's going to like open the door for you to being able to play the saxophone in a very hip way, and your confidence level is going to go way up because you're going to realize that this is a very simple scale. Unlike the major and minor scales and the other modes and things, this scale is really simple and easy to master. And once you get into this style, you're going to feel like so much better about playing the saxophone. You're going to get really excited, and hopefully it will inspire you to join a band and really get good. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you how to build the scale, and then I'm going to show you some musical examples, some current pop tunes that use this scale exclusively. And then I'm going to give you some examples of how you can use the scale to improvise solos. Okay, so we're looking at E major scale and an E minor pentatonic, which is what I'm going to be teaching you right now. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking at 1 of the major scale. We're looking at flat 3. If we're looking at a G sharp, then we need to flat that or make it G natural. Then we've got 4, we've got 5, and D sharp in the key of E. Then flat 7 becomes a D natural. And that's our scale. And it sounds like. Now let's take a look at the Lady Gaga tune. Okay, so let's take a quick look now. We're looking at the pre-chorus and the chorus of Applause. And you can see here that we start on a G. We've got G, which is the flat third, the E, which is the root of the scale. We've got the D natural, back to the root, G, A, which was the fourth, third again. And you can see we've got all the notes. So now we're up here. We're up to the octave E, then going down to the flat 7, the 5, 4, 3, 4, 1 again. So notice not one note out of that E minor pentatonic. Same thing with the chorus. Everything is totally within that same thing. Now here's what it sounds like on saxophone. Okay, so now we're looking at Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake, and we've got a G sharp pentatonic, kind of an ugly key there, but anyway, in this song, like the others that I'm showing you, it's almost entirely based on this minor pentatonic. And okay, if you take a look at this melody, you're going to see how it's you know, all the notes in that scale that we just learned, okay, all the way through. All this is totally until we get to this one measure where he goes to the 5 chord and so he uses the A sharp there because he's setting up that key again. And then we go right back, and you see that it's all right up until you hit that A sharp again for that F sharp 7 chord. This whole thing is nothing but that. Here's a little example where he goes right up the scale. And so once again, the tune is almost totally, it's 90% based on this one scale. So if you just got that one scale under your fingers, got it in your ears, transcribing this would be no problem for you, as it was for me. Let's take a listen to this one. Okay, so just follow along. Let me starting right there. Okay, so we're looking at D pentatonic scale to play through Katy Perry's Firework. The entire verse is based on this scale. And if you listen, watch the video I made of this tune, I played the whole tune instrumentally, and at the end I improvise on it. You'll hear that I use this D pentatonic blues pretty much entirely through that whole solo. So take a listen to that, because you'll see how it's really, if I had used anything else, I think it would have sounded inappropriate and out of this style. Just follow along here. And here for my last example, I want to show you the improvisation that I played over the end of the tune based on the D minor pentatonic blues scale. I hope I did a good job in convincing you of the importance of the pentatonic scale, and that if you spend your time mastering it, you're really going to progress way more quickly towards becoming the saxophone player you really want to be. I really believe that if you make progress by focusing on one thing and mastering it, you're going to be excited about practicing. And when you're excited about practicing and you're practicing on a consistent basis, you will eventually become great. It's the fastest way to reach that goal. In future videos, I'll be talking about the concepts in my book that will help you understand the pentatonic and blues scale more in depth. And I'll also be producing a whole series of videos based on my book that will give you a step-by-step approach to learning how to master the pentatonic scale and to become a really great soloist on that scale. So I hope to see you again soon.